Hi guys, I'm Sean, and this is Holly, and this is Travel Troubles.
Wow.
Welcome to our 6th episode. You've been watching...
And last episode,
What? What's that about?
Sean will just be doing the podcast from by his own
the Travel Troubles...
for the future. We'll get him a nice curly-haired wig.
What,
and
he
he can just
double up?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Holly.
You can listen to his really bad Scottish accent.
Oh guys, I like onions.
Yeah. Apparently, all Scottish people are Shrek.
That's the only...
But Shrek's not even played by a Scottish person. He's Canadian.
Yeah, but it has been voted that he does good accent.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. Yeah. Anyway, if you're not new to this podcast, then it's me and Holly, and we talk about our week of travel and why we dislike each other.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we have to slide a positive in there somewhere.
Yeah, so we don't kill each other, so we can do this.
We're engaged and apparently want to spend the rest of our lives together, so we've got to be nice to each other somehow to appease the family watching as well.
Yeah. So let's tell them about our week then. That's how we start this. What we've been up to. We went to Workington.
Where did we film this last? We'd just been in Penrith, hadn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Workington.
Yeah, and what have we done? Oh.
Nothing, we just went to walk around the shops. It was a bank holiday Monday for us yesterday.
Yeah.
So we decided to get as far away from any tourist traps as possible, which meant getting out of Keswick and getting out of the Lake District.
Which was funny because we went past one of the biggest tourist traps at the moment in Keswick.
The Keswick show.
Which is just chocker. And
yeah, there was
buses
5 miles worth of traffic because of it.
And we had so much fun with buses because of this. Delays on buses. First bus was delayed on the way back by 10 minutes. Then we missed... Well, I'll say we missed 2 buses. The buses didn't show up twice.
Yeah, that's just the joys of the lakes, though.
It's the joys of getting a bus in the UK, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's worse on bank holidays than anything else.
Yeah. So that was fun. Yeah, that's really it. We've been quite a quiet week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just working a lot. Well, let's start this podcast for what you guys want to watch for. The negatives. I'm going to start this week with the negative.
Okay.
I want to get straight in there because I feel like your negative is going to link to mine. Because my negative...
So you're going to basically not let me seem like I'm original and I'm sponging off of yours. But what you're doing in turn is actually sponging off of mine because you know what mine's is.
No, I don't know what yours is. I kind of get a reference of it. But this is my negative, which is going to lead on to Holly's negative very nicely. My negative is the fact that Holly has this thing now where she went, I was like, what's wrong, Holly? And she's like, I'll tell you in the podcast. I'm like, wow, is this what the relationship is now? It's like, we can't really communicate. We use this and you're our therapist. And
it's not true.
Did you or did you not when I asked you the other day? What was wrong?
But if I did, I would have outed the negative for this week. And I'm not, no, it's quality content.
So
you essentially pimp me out for views in a way.
You have the views.
You've got more subscribers and views on your channel since this face has appeared on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. No, where's it?
You'd be nothing without me.
My best video on YouTube is open and it doesn't involve you at all.
Yeah, but we were talking at that point, so.
Oh, so it works. It counts. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the problem with you this week is the fact that it wasn't nothing to do with travel. It's the fact that this podcast is an absolute problem. It's an issue because we kind of save it for. This is our counselling session of the week.
We only have one argument a week, and it's on screen. Really?
Just bear with us. There's a car. Oh, okay. Car alarm going off in the middle of the countryside. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my one issue with you this week. This can lead on to your issue where you turned around and went, "Oh, I'm not telling you. I'll tell you."
That's not my issue.
Oh, that one wasn't your issue.
Well, partially. So when you travel or you're working and travelling, you have a lot of downtime. So you start watching things on like Netflix or, any streaming service that may be your choice. But Sean's adopted this really new bad habit that infuriates me. And it's the most passive aggressive thing I've ever seen in my life. And normally we're just having, an organic conversation where I don't have to think I speak out loud, or I think out loud, and we have a conversation. But no. If the television is on, Sean does this really, really annoying thing where he pauses the TV show and gives me about a 3-second allocation to talk.
No.
Yes. And then he unpauses it when he's done talking. Not when I'm finished talking. When he's done listening, he will unpause the show and he will continue watching it. And then when I start talking again, it's like, what? What do you want? Like, excuse me, you're interrupting my TV consumption. No, and he'll say it's because he wants to listen to me. It's not. It's because he doesn't want to miss a part of his show.
But
it's not. No.
100%. I have got this thing. If the TV's on and someone's talking, I find it very hard to listen. And
Sean, you've only just started doing it. We've been together for 2.5 years.
I know, and I think it's a brilliant thing because now I'm able to listen to you, give you my full attention.
It's infuriating.
And I don't miss my show.
But it's like, it's a PlayStation as well, so it's the most... Or if the controller's dead, he's hammering on the PlayStation button and then switching it off. It's like... Oh, and then he gets annoyed because the controller's died whilst I was talking, so he has to get up and change the controller. He has more love for this electronic. Actually, Sean has more love for his electronics full stop.
Wait.
He does, for me at times.
No, not true. Not true.
Don't touch my laptop, don't.
You were about to put, right, so another one for me to...
I wasn't going to do it.
I don't know if you were going to do it or you wasn't.
My
laptop sits on the desk next to me, and my laptop I use for editing, use for writing blogs, or I use for literally everything I do here, and it's not a cheap laptop, so I always like to... My laptop's quite precious. Yeah, okay.
It's not cheap, but he got it cheap.
I got it...
Yeah.
But it's not cheap still. And Holly was like... Tray of dishes. She's like, oh, I don't know where to put these. I'll put them on top of your laptop. And she was like, no, I think you were just.
I wasn't going to. I kind of hovered it above just because he wasn't paying attention, but I could see out his peripheral that he's twitching. He's like, no, not my laptop. So tempting. But it's because currently you're propped on top of 3 plastic box shelving units that.
It's broken.
Yeah.
They're not the best held together.
So if the camera gives in at any point, you know why. It's because the shelf's going to snap.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun. But alright, okay, so let's move on to my positive this week for you.
Okay.
Right, so this week at work, as much as we've been busy working a lot this week, we had one day where it was really quiet at work. It was the first time I had worked properly with you in quite a while. As much as we work with each other, like, our jobs don't really clash at all.
Yeah.
So like I'm on the cooking side, like the pass of the kitchen, and Holly's like on the serving side of the kitchen, so she'll serve. Yeah. But the other day it was so quiet in house.
It was just me. It was
Holly just serving. We had one guy cooking, and I was kind of in between both. And it's nice to work with you again. I do like working with you. It's always fun. We've done a lot of work together. We used to be bartenders at a wedding bar together, and that was quite fun. That was more stressful than this one. But.
Yeah, people wanted to see if we would actually survive travelling together, not realising that if we worked 14-hour shifts 5 days a week together for 7 months, 8 months.
Yeah, and it wasn't actually hard for us. It was actually quite nice because we're very good with a team. Like when so if there's a problem, it's always our problem, not.
Yeah.
And again, when we're working, like I was like helping out with you. I was doing your dishes for you, and you were doing more front of house. Obviously, I was dressed as chef still, but yeah, it's nice working with you. That was my positive this week. It's a lot of people probably listening to this podcast think, oh, how am I going to travel with someone? But it's not just travelling with someone. If you do it long term, you're going to end up at a job with them. It's like because it's
especially if you're travelling.
Yeah, especially if you're travelling. Like if you want a live-in job, for example, like us, you're going to end up working together. So yeah, living. Yeah, it's true. So learning to work with them, like, there's always going to be a point when you're working with someone that someone else is going to be in charge as well. Like, like, for example, there's certain times that you would take charge. For example, when I would take charge at the bar would be when there was baby Guinnesses, because you'd hate doing them, so you'd be like... But like,
is that you taking charge, or is that me making you do something that I don't like doing? So in turn, that's me.
I used to so if I was on an early finish, I would try and get everyone doing baby Guinness's shots. So if you've never had a baby Guinness, what it is...
No, he used to just get them having really obscure shots.
Yeah. So like, it's really complicated or something more difficult to make on the bar. So for baby Guinness, it's Kahlua and a little bit of Bailey, but you have to layer it so it sits nicely.
You don't have to layer it. It goes down the same way.
And I do it really nicely, and then I'm like, all right, I'm off at 10. Guys, these people all want baby Guinnesses because you've got them on that shot and they're all drinking.
Yeah, there was one shift, there was 15 of them.
And then I leave, and then you're like, nah, I'm not layering them.
We're too drunk to know at this point, but 11 o'clock at night, they're in the glass. It counts.
Yeah. So, what's your positive this week? Do you have one? Can we just make a point that she hasn't got a positive about me?
No, my positive is probably more so your ability to remain patient.
Yes.
Over me. I don't know. Like yesterday, when even though Sean was complaining about the buses, he wasn't getting that annoyed about it. You were just kind of like, okay. Like, we'll just wait here until he gets here. And I'm like, I'm going to go over and tap this guy's door and be like, what's going on? Like, because the thing is, with the bus, they didn't show yesterday, just to preface this, it was sitting in a car park in view of us with a driver, and he refused to go for an hour and a half.
There was no reason for it, unless he was having his break or something. But
if he came over and communicated that, I didn't get my break earlier in the day, I'm taking it now. Okay, fair enough, because they are allowed to have breaks. But yeah, Sean was just like, well, it's fine. Like, we got chatting to other people that were travelling, you helped them out, and
we always
kept them right. Yeah,
we found people with the right, because we're obviously Keswick, we're quite popular with the buses now. We
know which
nearly up everywhere from there. So we
took every bus now.
Yeah, we see people and we're like, oh yeah, it's that stand over there, or oh yeah, it normally turns up, or sometimes late, sometimes late. You can get that bus, but it takes longer, and this, that, and the other. And we kind of
we shot ourselves in the foot with that yesterday, though.
Yeah. Well, this one guy was then at the bus station yesterday, and one rule for travelling: pack light. He did not follow. He had. It
wasn't him; it was his missus. But yeah.
Yeah. Between them, they had one big backpack each. A big pop-up tent, but they're always big.
Yeah. 6 bags of food shopping for the week.
2 sleeping bags or something each?
2 sleeping bags and a mattress, a fold-up mattress.
Yeah, and they were getting on buses. So they got this. The first bus they got was like the most busiest bus.
Yeah.
They'd come up all the way from London, got the busiest bus
in the Lake District.
In the Lake District, which is always like jam-packed, full, standing.
Yeah, you can't move.
And then they got to Keswick, and then they missed that. Obviously, the 2 buses didn't turn up.
Yeah.
So they had a day. Like, I felt sorry for them.
Yeah.
So our day wasn't bad compared to theirs, but
yeah,
they travelled up on a bank holiday, and I was like, oh.
You're brave.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of our rules. Don't travel on public holidays or Sundays.
Yes. And they ended up. I actually ended up helping them get onto the bus with their bags with another guy. There's that many bags.
Yeah.
So they got onto the bus. And
thankfully someone else was getting off at the same stop as them, so we knew they would be all right. But yeah. And
the bus driver they got was a really good guy.
He's funny.
He was also the routes around the Lake District are a little bit
sketchy.
Dicey. It's and just like that and up and down and.
If you've ever taken the Honister Pass, you know. And
the bus driver gets on, and before he shuts the door, it's like, has anyone not taken this route before?
Is it your first time? Put your hands up.
And he's getting this is just a normal bus, and everyone's putting their hands up, and it's very interactive. He's like, right, hold on to someone, or hold on
to a pole, or hold on to someone beside you. And if they don't want to hold on to you, then tough.
It's just like you're going to go everywhere. Yeah. He is a good guy. We've seen
because they had so much stuff as well. He's like, are all your packages safe? Are they all they're not going to slide about the bus? No driver, they're fine.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that was this week.
It's getting a little bit monotonous.
What, this podcast?
No, just...
Oh, being here.
We're not doing as much at the moment.
Yeah, it's hard.
Coming into September, though, we have a trip home.
Yeah.
Planned.
We got a couple of trips back home planned, haven't we? Really?
October's the only time that we won't be in Scotland.
Yeah.
But we may have family visit.
Yeah, so we've got more things coming up. It's not like you're going to get the same stories every week and the same problems every week. But yeah, you get to see what it's...
But just know that the same problems will be occurring. Sean will still be passively aggressive, like switching off the PlayStation.
Now you've communicated this whole problem with me and used the podcast.
I've already told you it annoys me. But anyway.
We can get through it now. This podcast therapy.
Build a bridge.
Okay, guys. Thanks for watching this week, and I'll see you again next Thursday at 6 p.m. Or
you can't tell people you're going to see them next Thursday, Sean.
Well, I did, and I'm gonna. So see you next day after Wednesday at 6 p.m. And I'll see you every week. If you don't see you, I'll listen. You can listen to me.
You don't see me through the week. See me through the one day.
Right, and I'll see you again.